Good evening. Hi, Jasmine. AJ, welcome back, guys. It's good to see you again.
Hi.
So this is our final session. So I wanted to really make sure that you guys had some tools or at least one good tool to keep in your pocket for stress. So last week, we'll go over the rules. Who can tell me what the rules are? Does anyone remember? AJ.
No eating or drinking any.
Yeah. Jasmine.
No talking.
Great. No cross talking. So when someone's talking, we don't talk. We wait till they're finished with their thought or their point, and then we can comment. I just want you guys to know that as far as confidentiality, that means that things that's said in here stays in here. I'm not going to share them with your parents or with your teacher or anyone else. Whatever you guys say in this session is what stays here in the session. I'm glad to see you guys are back. Last week, can anyone give me a recap or something that we learned last week on stress? Remember, we learned the really big word. Well, not big, but fancy word, eustress. You guys remember what eustress meant?
A good type of stress.
A good type of stress. Awesome. So that means you guys are paying just a little bit of attention to what we're doing here in this session. And what is a good stress? What does that do for you? What was a big word that starts with an M that we use that good stress helps us to do? Causes us to be more, it gives us some type of motivation. He's paying attention. So motivation, that means like if we have a deadline or a project that's due, and we feel stressed about that project, that type of stress is good because it pushes us and causes us to get on the ball and get that assignment knocked out, right? So that's actually healthy stress, because if not, we would just sit around, remember, and lay on the couch and watch TV and do nothing, and that's only good for a certain amount of time. So I wanted us to go over the ABCDs of stress. So we talked about, we would come up with, you guys didn't like the meditation that we did, so we're going to come up with a clear way of handling a stressful situation before it gets out of control. And then we shut down and we don't want to do anything about our stress. So there's pens here, so I need everyone to come closer because we're going to do an activity. It's called the ABCDs of stress. And I actually did it for you just to save time on the video. There are 4 boxes on this diagram. 4 boxes. The first box is A, activating event, B, beliefs, C, consequences, and D, disputes. Okay, so we're going to go over all of those. So an activating event is exactly what happened. And we're going to do this together as a group, and we're going to target a stressful situation that can happen to you and to both of you that's similar. So think about, you guys can think about something that affects you both is stressfully. So, and that's all we're doing for the activating event. It's not what we think happened. It's exactly what happened. Let's stick to the facts. B would be the belief section. We're going to write in there the thoughts you're having because of that event. C will be the consequences, the feelings you're having that's related to your thinking. So what the thoughts you're having because of the event, and C, what feelings is coming because of those thoughts. And D is our dispute box, which is whether or not you think that the consequences are a desirable consequence or a not so desirable consequence. So a negative emotion. And if you get into the area of negative emotion, then we're going to have to deal with those disputes. And disputes are just the thoughts that help you to feel better about the situation. So we're here doing cognitive behavioral therapy. That means that we see a situation. Cognitive means thinking. are in our brain. So how are we thinking about the situation? Because we cannot control what goes on around us, but we can control how we react to that situation, right? So if your mom gets flustered over little things, she can control the fact that the children may be jumping all over the place, but she can't control how she reacts to the children jumping all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Got it? Okay, so let's come up with an activating event. What is something that causes you stress and you stress? Similar things. What do you think?
People telling me, like, if I'm doing a chore, people telling me how to do it specifically when I know how to do it, or people repeating
Okay.
repeating me, telling me to do it.
Okay. Does that bother you, AJ? That bothers you as well. Does that cause you stress?
Yeah, a lot of it.
Both of you. Okay, so let's write that down as an activating event. So being told repeatedly to do something, or being corrected when you know that you can do it. That's a good one. That's especially as a youth. You guys are told what to do a lot of times. All day, someone is always telling you what to do, and I can understand that being very stressful on a child that already has responsibilities as far as school. And then when you say being told, you mean by a teacher, a parent? When is this occurring most? At school or at home?
Home.
At home. Okay. All right. You don't have to get in detail. I just want you guys to kind of put your thoughts on paper. So at home, AJ, being told what to do. So this is by a parent. Okay. All right. That helps. So the thoughts that you're having at this time when you're being told what to do. What are some thoughts that you have?
Please show.
Okay, so what do you think? Is that a frustration, anger?
Both.
Okay, write those down. Your beliefs. So under beliefs, you're going to put the thoughts that you're having over the situation. So we're going to stick to the same answers here, just so we can have one idea. I don't know, do you feel frustrated at that time? Do you feel angry? I want you to tell me how you feel, not just agree with me.
I feel like they're just trying to control you and like make you do it the way that they want you to do it.
Okay, but how do you feel when this is happening?
I feel very ticked off.
Okay, so you feel angry. Okay, so consequences are those feelings that's related to your anger. So now that you're angry, okay, the thoughts, let's not just use one word for beliefs as far as thoughts. What is something, like you said, in your mind, you feel ticked off, right? Or you said that you feel that they're trying to control you. Is that what you said? Okay, so what are some things that you're thinking at the time under your beliefs?
Please shush.
Okay, so say please shush. Okay. What are some things that you're thinking?
I'm not a little kid and I can do this on my own.
Okay, you can do this on your own. All right. That'll be under your thinking. Under beliefs. Okay. So you're not a little kid. You can do this on your own. Jasmine is thinking, please just shut up. So now you're feeling under consequences, you're feeling frustrated, Jasmine. AJ, you're feeling angry. Jasmine, everyone's feeling angry at this point. So let's get to thoughts under disputes. So these are thoughts that we can have to help you feel less angry, less frustrated. What are some ways you can think about this situation when you have a chore and someone's telling you what to do? To make you feel less angry, what is something you can tell yourself?
Just get it over with and we'll be fine soon.
That is excellent. Get it over this piece. So write that down. Let me just get this done as fast as I can. the way they want to do it. They want me to do it so I can move on and do something else more desirable.